Hey, this is Sully for Antisocial News Body Count Report for Tuesday, October the 10th, 2017. And I'm going to be taking all around the world to show you people fighting for their lives or losing them. And the first is a fight for life and land, as they call it, in the Philippines, where farmers from an area that has had several apparent land grabs by an agricultural university. The farmers are doing a quote walk, even though it's actually predominantly by bus from where they live all the way up to Quezon City in Luzon. So and then onto the capital, Manila, which is essentially the same thing. It's Metro Manila. So they're heading from an area where the state-owned Central Mindanao University in Bukidnon has taken farm lots from farmers who have been subjected to harassment and rights violations, said the group in a statement released to Manila Times. So, very interesting story. Learn how there's more than just bullets affecting people's lives and livelihoods in the Philippines, and very interesting story. Thank you for the reporting, Manila Times. And one more story from Manila Times before we move on from the Philippines. And this is another one about indirect struggle for life. This is about the New People's Army. Follow up from yesterday's, follow up from Monday's stories about the NPAs shenanigans, and about how they are going to be driving away investors and business from the regions, because nobody wants to do commerce in a place where the communists are running amok. So check that situation out. Also, we're going to go ahead and scoot on over to the world from the perspective of Ynet News out of Israel, where they are discussing how the Belgium government is suspending funding for Palestinian schools, and this is after they realize the strong anti-Israel bias of the schools there, because they are romanticizing terrorism. And it's wonderful that the world is now starting to notice this. That the Palestinian, and again, this is not a new thing. The Palestinian Authority has been allowing the romanticization of terrorism for literally decades. So I'm glad to see people are finally standing up against this, because that's the only. It's not a cycle. It's only a cycle because people continue to romanticize the people who are 100% in the wrong, which is terrorists. Terrorism is not legitimate political speech, and the more countries stand up against it, the more we might actually see change. Times of India. The Times of India reporting. We're going to skip to that in the very end. It's a impressive story, but we're going to be looking at one more story from Ynet News. Egypt expands buffer zone along Gaza border. Now, this is actually, interestingly enough, this is kind of a similar situation to MILF in the Philippines, where Hamas, which, as this article points out, Palestinian-based terror group turned political party Hamas, and they're actually trying to work with the Israel-friendly Egyptian government to help out the relationship with Egypt and Israel, and prevent Islamic State from sneaking into the Palestinian territories. So very interesting to see this work. These are people definitely fighting for their lives, because Palestinian state is going to be infringing on their territory in every possible way if they get in there. Um, so usurping any good authority they might have, and even usurping all the bad influence they have as well, since they are a much more aggressive terror organization nowadays. But speaking of Islamic State, let's get to that body count that's in the title, shall we? How about 120? Is that what kind of body count is that? How about that for dead ISIS? I think this video could be monetized, right? This isn't a tragedy. Look at that. 120 Islamic State fighters killed. There we go. Check this story out. Thank you for this. Times of India. Nice reporting on Russia's involvement here in the continuing conflict in Syria. So that is still going on, and with the news of a bunch of dead Islamic State fighters, I'm going to go ahead and end this episode. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And this has been the Body Count Report for Tuesday, October the 10th, 2017. Once again, this is Sully for antisocialnews.com. This is me wishing everyone a nice, safe week. Can like, comment, and subscribe.